In the story of Bhrigu Muni, you know how Bhrigu Muni was sent by the sages to test who is the greatest amongst Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. And in this regard, Srila Prabhupada explains, one's greatness has to be estimated by one's ability to tolerate provoking situations. That is greatness. One's greatness has to be estimated by one's ability to tolerate provoking situations. Provoking situations of temptations into lust, temptations into anger, temptations into false pride. It's very difficult. So he offended Brahma, and Brahma became angry. And then he offended Shiva, his own brother. Shiva came to greet him, to embrace him. And he said, "Don't touch me, you filthy person. Look at people you associate with. Look at the clothes you wear. Look at the snakes on your body and all ashes. Don't contaminate me." And Shiva, understanding, he became very upset and picked up his trident and ready to punish him. And Parvati stopped him. And then Lord Vishnu, he came, ran right up to him and kicked him in the chest. And Lord Vishnu, after being kicked in the chest, he very humbly put Bhrigu Muni on his seat, his own seat, and massaged his feet and said, "I'm sorry, my chest is so hard and your feet are so soft. Let me massage them and make them feel very nice. Please forgive me for having such hard chest." Now, according to Lord Chaitanya, in Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, he describes that Lord Shiva is actually beyond all this. However, he purposely acted in this way angry because he wanted the whole world to know that Vishnu is supreme. He wanted the world to worship Vishnu and to take a subordinate position. This is his role as a Vaishnava. So Lord Shiva takes the role of a demigod, although he's actually beyond all the demigods. It is explained here by Lord Brahma himself that he's the Lord of the cosmic manifestation. But he takes the role of demigod. And in the role of demigod, if you give a demigod a certain worship, they are bound to give you something in return. It is like a contract. That's what demigods are about. Brikasura was chopping off his flesh and putting it in the fire and chanting Shiva's names. And Shiva, God, what nonsense person this is. He's such a... He knew his heart. He was a demon. He was a rascal. He wanted violence. But still, as a demigod, he has to give him what he wants because he's doing the proper method. So ultimately, he was about to put his own head in the fire, and Shiva came and said, "What do you want? Give me the benediction that whoever's head I touch will crack into thousands of pieces. So be it." And he went to touch Lord Shiva's head. What kind of devotion is that? That is not unconditional love. He wanted Parvati. And Shiva had to run away because he had to maintain his position as a demigod. So those who worship Shiva as a demigod for material benediction, they are less intelligent. Their mentality is condemned in Bhagavad-Gita. However, those who worship Shiva to attain pure unalloyed devotion to Krishna, which is the ultimate benediction, the only benediction that Shiva wants to give anyone, they are great Vaishnavas. And that is why even Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda Prabhu went to Shiva's temples and worshipped him, not for material benedictions. They weren't worshipping him in the role of demigod. They were worshipping in the role of the Lord who has appeared as a great Vaishnava, begging for the blessing of pure uncontaminated service to Radha and Krishna.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on thesacredconnect.com.